Hi, my name is Joanna, your Canva certified creative, and I'm so happy to be back to give you another amazing tutorial that you can use for your online business. So, if you are a course creator, an online educator, or someone who actually uses slide presentation for your business, this is surely something that you can use and try to really enjoy the things that you can actually do inside Canva. So, let's go ahead and dive right in and learn how to create a talking presentation. So the very first thing that we are going to do is to actually select the templates for presentation. And for the purpose of this training is that I am using a Canva free version. There are a lot of free templates that you can use. You can incorporate and plug and play in terms of your content, in terms of your branding. So it makes it much more easier for you to create your presentation slide. Now, for the purpose of this training, we are just going to use whatever is available for a free version, and we are going to incorporate all of the pages just for me to show you all how to use a talking presentation, right? So as you can see here, there is close to 16 presentation slide. We are just going to go ahead and copy it, each of the section here, as you can see what I'm doing. You can always change all of these elements, all of this template into your brand. So we have 16. I am just going to go ahead and use the grid view because I just want to have that overall look of what we have for your presentation. That's perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and close this down again. And now, so normally on the upper part, it says present, right? So a normal presentation is just basically like just a regular slide, autoplay and presenter view, right? An upcoming slide. But what we're going to be talking right now is actually the talking presentation, wherein I talk through the presentation. I can record it. I can share a link on my audience, and or I could really just save the recording and upload it for future reference or for training that I am doing. So once you actually click on the three button that is here on the upper right, you will say recommended. You do have the present and record, download and share link. But what I'm going to do is actually present and record. And then I'm going to go to the recording studio. So this actually allows you to record yourself while talking over the presentation. You can share a video link to your student, friends, or colleagues as well. So once I go into this, it will then prompt me to actually select a camera that is connected. Now I do have a two camera, I do have a Mac. I am currently connecting with a Logitech Brio. So as you can see here on my lower part as well, wherein I am recording it via Zoom through this training. So you can just see like where I am at, right? But what we're gonna do is that we are gonna use the Logitech. And then I'm just gonna set, for example, you do have a certain mic. One of the key things that I would actually give you in terms of recording is that your mic is more essential than your camera, but both are very helpful when it comes to your presentation as well. But what I'm gonna do is that I am going to select on Yeti, and then I'm gonna start recording. You can always change, as you can see here, the frequency of the volume does change on this section so that you can see how clear your audio is as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start recording here. Now it will have a countdown. So as you can see here, there is a countdown. Let me just pause this first in terms of recording here. And as you can see here, this section where my bubble circle camera is on this section and the presentation slide are the only section that can be seen publicly. So I do have here on my left side, it says add notes to your design. So I can always put some, for example, notes on slide 1, notes slide 2. So all of those other texts and notes that you have. And the good thing about this is that I can actually see what are the next upcoming slides that I can do when I'm doing the presentation. Because for me, it's very essential, especially if I'm doing some teaching, or I am doing some Canva trainings, I am doing some projects for my clients, or my clients themselves are using Canva for their presentation. I would like you all, or for them to have the ability to see on what's coming next, because especially when you're doing presentation, right? It's either you don't really automatically remember what it is, you kind of know how the flow is, but it's always important to know how it works. So as you can see here, these are all as we go along, and we do have an arrow on the left and the right as to go and proceed on the next slide. So I'm just going to resume the presentation or the recording. So as you can see here, I'm currently talking right now. This is the red section that is over here that will be recorded. I can then proceed on my next slide. As you can see, I'm moving on slide 2. Then I'm gonna move again on the next slide just to continue and to really work around it. So as of now, right now, this camera cannot be moved all around. It's just set on the lower left of the presentation right now, but that is just totally fine. That's normally where I prefer to be placed where my camera is, because it's not too distracting as well. But you also want to make sure that when you're designing your presentation, if you're not using templates, that you allocate a certain section and remember where the camera will be, so that all of your content won't be covered by that section of the camera. So I'm just going through it, and I can see what is the next slide. I can even scroll here just to make sure, and I can even select, even if I'm not going to use this arrow left and right on this screen, I can actually just click on the next slide here until I reach the end part. Now by the time that I am done, I can actually then end a recording. So as you can see here, I'm end recording. It just says that you need to keep the browser open while uploading. So this might take a little bit of time. So I want to go through this one and make sure you kind of see what's the pop-up notification once I am done recording it. So let's go ahead and wait for this. All right, so our recording is already ready. So here are the 2 things that I would like you all to somehow know on what you can do. So you can either to share the link. So here's a link that you can do. You just copy a link. You can either send it to your audience via email. You can send it to your team. You can send it to your friends. So you can go ahead and do this and give them that link, and they will be able to view your presentation. So as you can see here, there is a So we are just working on that one. So I'm just gonna let you go through so as you can see here, you can't see any of the notes. All you have to actually see is my camera on the lower part, and then also my presentation slide as well, right? So that's one thing. So another thing that we can do is actually download it. And this is actually one of the key things that I love, because I do a lot of either support for course creators and also businesses online who do presentation, that it really makes it easier for us to repurpose all of the content that we don't have to use anything else besides Canva. Designing the slides, making the presentation and talking through it, recording it, downloading it, and repurposing it to whichever platform we would like to use. All right, I hope you actually enjoyed that training, because I surely did enjoy showing you all how to actually use this amazing feature in Canva. So if you have started to use this, make sure to comment down below and stay tuned on all the other upcoming training from your Canva certified creative. So till next time, thank you so much.